Some exciting events coming up this summer and fall as part of the DC Multisport list of events. Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is Kevin Manley. You may know him through the DuBois County Visitor Center, but he's here on behalf of DC Multisport, which is an organization that's newly coordinated and started, and you're one of the founders. First of all, let's talk about what is DC Multisport.
DC Multisport was formed last April, so we just had our one-year anniversary. We got together with a group of people in town to figure out what we could do to promote health and wellness. And DC Multisport was formed with running, cycling, swimming, and we really encourage walking. We want to get members, I see a lot of people out there walking all the time, and we want them to feel free to join our organization.
Okay, and really your organization is not professional athletes. It's anybody that wants. It is professional athletes, but it's also amateurs.
Exactly.
People that are just doing it for fun.
We just want to promote health and wellness. That's what our real goal is.
Okay, and one of the things you're going to do is hold an event for kids coming up at the end of July.
We are. We're going to have our first annual DuBois County Youth Triathlon. It's going to take place in Huntingburg on July 27th. And it's going to be for kids, boys and girls, age 6 to 14. And we are going to have training sessions with this as well. We'll be starting training sessions for those on June 30th at the Huntingburg Pool, the Jasper Pool, and also the Northeast DuBois Pool. So if kids are interested, it gives them a great opportunity to work on their swimming. We'll be working on transitioning to help them go from the swim to the bike, and just really try to help them to feel comfortable in doing it. It's just going to be a fun event.
Okay, now it's a triathlon, so there would be 3 different events that they have to compete in.
Right.
All at one time? Well, I guess they go from one to the next, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And the age groups are broken apart. So
okay.
The 6-year-old, and I had an opportunity, I was telling Bill earlier about the opportunity to see the Evansville Youth Triathlon that was just this past weekend, and it was just truly amazing. They had 150 kids out there, and from my perspective, seeing these little 6-year-olds jump in the pool and swim one length of the pool and then get out and run a quarter of a mile was really special. It was fun to watch. But we call the 6-year-olds as a splash and dash.
Okay.
And then if you're a 7 to 10-year-old, we do a 100-meter swim, a 2-mile bike ride, and a half-mile run at the end. And then the kids that are 11 to 14, we would do a 200-meter swim, 4-mile bike, and a 1-mile run. And the event is sponsored or is sanctioned by the USAT, which is the sanctioning organization, and they can get points for being in this if they're sanctioned athletes.
Okay, and they are competing, so they're being timed, and there's a winner. There's going to be a first place, second place, all of that.
They will. But the thing that I noticed in Evansville was just being able to participate. I think there was a few kids that were really serious about winning, but I think the real benefit of it is the participation of it, and all those kids had a lot of fun, and we're excited to be there.
Okay, do kids have to have a special bike, or do they not? We don't want them to feel like that. They can have any old bike they have, right?
Absolutely. When we spoke to people that had put on the youth triathlons before, they said the biggest thing is to help the kids with the lap swimming, because most of the time they don't really do that. They jump in the water and swim around a little bit, but they don't actually swim up and back or make a couple of laps in doing that. But any bike is fine. We saw bikes that were this little all the way to regular racing bikes that were there, so they're all welcome. If one of the kids doesn't have a helmet, helmets are going to be required for this.
Okay.
But Memorial Hospital has partnered with us, and we'll be able to provide helmets for all the kids if they don't have helmets. So that's really a great advantage as well.
Okay, and is there a fee?
Yes, the fee is $35, and the reason that the fee is $35 is either $10 or $15 of that goes to USAT for sanctioning. Since it is a sanctioned event, we do have to pay them for that sanctioning fee, and also they do provide insurance as well for the event. So it's all into that cost, but that money goes directly to the USAT, and the rest stays with DC Multisport. And we do have all proceeds from this are going to go to the Mentors for Youth program. It used to be Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and now it's Mentors for Youth. All of the races and events and things that we put on, we have a benefactor. We're doing this, we want to give back to the community as well. So Mentors for Youth, all proceeds are going to go to Mentors for Youth for this, the Du Bois County Youth Triathlon.
Okay, and you're having training sessions because there may be kids that are good at running, kids that are good at bicycling, kids that are good at swimming, but maybe not all three, so you're doing training sessions.
Absolutely. We think that is probably one of the largest benefits. If we get the kids out there, we want them to feel comfortable. We want them to enjoy it. If they know what they're doing, they're going to feel comfortable. So by introducing them to, it's kind of a new sport. There's been some of them around, but we've never had one in our area. So we do have some athletes in our youth groups in town that do go out and participate. So we're going to have a couple of experienced ones. But we want to really welcome all the new ones, the first-time kids that are willing to come out and train, and we'll work with them and help them and really make it a fun event.
Okay, the training starts June 30th, but say somebody's on vacation up till July 3rd.
They can come any week. If they want to come once, twice, three, or all 4 weeks to come, we welcome them because the importance of it is to introduce them to the sport, try to help them feel comfortable, and let them know exactly what the event's going to do. And I know the other thing they said is when they transition, how to set up your transition area to get from the swim onto your bike. And we want to help them do that so that they feel comfortable. So the day that we actually have the youth triathlon, we're going to have a whole group of experience. No first-timers there because they're going to be out practicing.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about another cool event that you've got coming up, and that is at the Ferdinand Folk Festival. You've partnered with them to do a Fondo.
We did.
Okay, first of all, what's a Fondo?
A Fondo.
And who came up with that name?
Well, we have a member. I'm going to mention his name. Chris Welp is the kind of our champion for the Ferdinand Folk Fest Fondo, and he came up with the name. Fondo means recreational ride, and they're using that term on the West Coast and East Coast, and it hasn't really hit the Midwest yet. So his suggestion was we want to be a front runner in this, and so we came up with the Ferdinand Folk Fest Fondo. It's going to be held on September the 21st and 22nd, and of course the Ferdinand Folk Fest is September 21st. On that first day, we have 3 rides planned. One's going to be 24 miles, one's going to be 32 miles, one's going to be 50 miles. And on the first day, we're going to showcase Du Bois County. The ride will take off from Ferdinand and head towards St. Henry. We're going to go over to Holland, into Huntingburg, and we'll have a SAG stop, which is a rest stop, at League Stadium, right at the city park. We want to showcase League Stadium and show as many people from out of the county that come in to ride in this. We want to introduce them to that wonderful facility. Okay. Then after they get a little rest there, they'll get back on their bikes, and we ride through Huntingburg and down 4th Street. We're going to go out the old Huntingburg Road over to Jasper, cross on Division, and we'll go by Jasper Engines and then down Clay Street, and we'll head out on South Newton Street and cross the highway and head towards St. Anthony, and then on into Ferdinand.
Okay, and it starts at what time on that Saturday morning?
You can start, because it is a recreational ride and not a race, so we're going to start at any time between 8 and 9 o'clock. Whenever you get there, you just check in and jump on your bike and take off and enjoy the day.
At the 18th Street Park, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we're actually going to be at Forest Park High School, right in that area, because we have the big parking lot there, so they can park their vehicles there, and then we'll have a check-in tent right there, and then they'll be ready to take off on their ride. And what we really hope happens is that they go and enjoy Du Bois County, and then get, after the race is over with, come back and enjoy 9 hours of music at the Ferdinand Folk Fest.
Right. And this is a fun event. This is not a competition.
No, it isn't. Right. Our whole purpose, there's a lot of cyclists out there, and I'm sure we're going to get some that will want to complete it in a hurry. They'll want to do their best, and they're really out for exercise. And then we want others that just are out for exercise and kind of enjoying the scenery as they go through Du Bois County.
And then now Sunday, there's another ride, and talk about that.
Okay. On Sunday, we're going to have a 50-mile ride, and there we want to showcase Perry County and Spencer County. So we've got this set up to go by the Abbey. We want to go by Holiday World and show what Perry County has to offer as well. And then we're going to have a chicken dinner at the Legion after after that's completed. We want to get all the riders in there and just have an enjoyable German chicken dinner before they head out.
Okay, and there's a fee for this?
Yes, I've got that, and I have to make sure I keep everything.
Make sure that we get it.
Make sure I get it right here. Got it right here. That particular event is going to be, let me see, I got the fondo right here. On Saturday, if you sign up for the 24, 32, or 50-mile ride before September the 1st, okay, it's $20. If after that, it's $25. We just raise it $5. And if you ride Sunday, that's another $20. So, but if you want to ride both days, we're going to knock $5 off and make it $35 for that. And we've got sign-up forms. All of the events that we have are on active.com, and we want to encourage everybody, if they need the information, go on to active.com. It has a link to our website. We have websites for all of these events as well, so they can get more information, okay, if they like it. We have flyers. We took flyers that we have actually out in all of the schools. We took them to the middle schools, grade schools already, and they've introduced the event, so we hope that that's going to help get it introduced. And then we'll have flyers out at all the bicycle shops, and we're going to have them in Indianapolis and Louisville and really all around the area. Evansville, I spoke to a lady this morning who's going to take care of the Evansville market for us. So we hope to have a wide variety of cyclists and also youth try. One other thing, Bill, I do want to mention about the youth triathlon, it's a sanctioned event, and we're in a circuit with Columbus, Indiana, and Seymour, Indiana. So okay, their events, both of their events are going to be before our event, and we're taking our flyers up there, and we're going to bring their flyers down because we want to encourage the kids that want to. We want them to participate in those events, and we want kids sure coming down from Seymour and Columbus to participate in the DuBois County Youth Triathlon as well. And
you said DC Multisport has a website? For
it does.
People that want to get information, and what's the website?
DCMultisport.com. Okay. We have a Facebook page. All these events have individual websites too. Okay. So the www.DuBoisCountyYouthTri.com it's a wonderful web page that my coworker Jessica Beck put together, and it just gives you a lot of information there as well.
Okay, so find out about it, and we're out of time, but we do want to mention one more event, and that's the Heartland run that's coming up
September the 1st.
Okay.
The Heartland was we had our first event, our inaugural event last year. Very, very successful, and we're going to do it again this year. We've been meeting, and we're expecting to have as huge a crowd as we had. We had about 750 runners last year. We hope that we can get that up to over 1,000 this year. We're going to really work hard to try to make that happen, because that was an exciting and a wonderful event as well. Those are the three events that DuBois County Multisport, DC Multisport, are really promoting throughout the county. And one's in Ferdinand, one's in Huntingburg, one's in Jasper, because we are a county-wide organization.
All right. Well, Kevin, thank you very much for coming in and talking with us.
Thanks, Bill. I appreciate it.
Find out more about the events that DC Multisport is putting on by going to their website. This has been WJTS in.form, and our guest has been Kevin Manley with DC Multisport, which stands for DuBois County Multisport. But if they Google search it, they probably should put DC Multisport. Okay. And Multisport, one word?
One word.
All right. Thank you very much, Kevin, for being on the show.
Thank you, Bill.
And thank you for watching. This is WJTS. We are local people watching local people.